Welcome back to another Senior Sunday Snack. My name is Mike, and we've got a whole bunch of Lego for you guys again today. Now, where are we? We are in the book of Acts, and what we're going to do today is I'm going to tell you the story, and then we're going to see what it means for us, and then we're going to have two questions or two challenges for you guys to do and to talk about at home as a family. So just to remind you, the big promise that Jesus has made in Acts is this: that he is going to grow his church. It's going to fill Jerusalem and then Samaria and then the whole world. That's the promise that Jesus has made. So where does our story start? Our story starts with a man. So here we got a man. Oh, his leg's a bit wonky, but actually that's the point. Because this man, see how he's got his hands up, he's begging. He's begging because sadly he was a cripple. His legs didn't work. From birth, his legs didn't work. And so he'd been begging and needing other people to look after him. Oh, so he can't even sit. How are we going to do him? Let's do that. There we go. His legs are all weird. I'm going to put him over there. Oh, jeepers. Put him over there. There we go. And so there's a beggar. And along came Peter and John. And so here's Peter. And remember, they've been preaching, telling the whole world that Jesus is alive and he's God's resurrected king. Here's Peter, and here we have John. And they see this man, and now they're faced with a challenge. They're faced with a decision. What are they going to do? Are they going to help this man? How can they help someone who's crippled like this? And so what do? They say to the man, "In the name of Jesus Christ, be healed." So they trusted Jesus. They were challenged with the brokenness of the world. They trusted Jesus in that. And amazingly, Jesus did a miracle through them. They're very clear on that. It wasn't them. They don't have magic powers. Jesus did a miracle through them. And the man's legs were healed completely. He was able to run, jump, walk. I don't know if any of you have ever broken an arm or hurt your arm or a leg. But the day after you've hurt it, even if you put some medicine on, you got to heal for a week or 2 weeks. He was able to run and jump, and he was fine immediately. It was a miracle. It was amazing. And now there was another challenge, another struggle happened to Peter and John. Because you know what happened? Now the crowd sees this. All the people look and they see this man and they go, wait. We know him. We know him. He's the beggar. He's the beggar that used to sit at that gate. We know him. How'd you get healed? Peter and John. You did a miracle. Wow, you guys are awesome. You healed him. You're amazing, Peter and John. Wow. So what's the struggle for Peter and John? What's the temptation? The temptation is to go, oh, yeah. Look at us. Look at us. We healed the guy. No, that's not what they say. Instead, they trust to Jesus. And they said, look how they're preaching. They said, no, Jesus did this. It is by the name of Jesus Christ that this man is healed. And so in response to the challenge, to the temptation, they trusted Jesus and they used it as an opportunity to preach. They used it as an opportunity not to make themselves famous, but as an opportunity to make Jesus famous. They were tempted, or they could have been tempted. The crowd said, wow, they were astonished, but they said, no. It's not us, it's him. It's Jesus. Jesus died. And then he preaches to them. He gets hardcore. You guys are older. He tells them, you killed Jesus. You Jews, you killed Jesus. But he's alive and he's God's king. And by Jesus' power, this man's alive. That's some hectic preaching, man. That's some hectic preaching that these guys did. All because they trusted Jesus and shifted the praise not from us, but to him. Not from us, it's him. Yeah, an amazing thing happened. It's not us, it's him. So, and the story goes on, and Jesus kept his promise. Jesus kept his promise. What was the result of Peter and John trusting Jesus and using the healing as an opportunity not to make themselves famous, but to make Jesus famous? What was the result? The result was that many people believed and were converted. Many people became disciples of Jesus, which is awesome. Many more people were saved. Jesus was keeping his promise. So, what can we learn from this story in Acts? Well, the struggle was, there was needs all around them. A man needed his legs healed, or he needed food, or he needed money. There were needs all around them. And they trusted Jesus in that need. They prayed, they said, and they made the man well. But the point was, they trusted Jesus, and then they used that good deed as an opportunity, not to make themselves famous, but to make Jesus famous. And so there's something that we can learn. Let's use good works. Whenever you see a chance to do a good work, to help your mom with the dishes, to tidy your room and your brother's or sister's room. Not because they were nice, just because. Just because. To tidy your sibling's room, to hang up the washing, to put it in the washing machine, to find opportunities to do good works, and then not say, look at me, but say, look at Jesus. To use good works as a way of making Jesus famous. Because that's what they did. Their temptation is, I can do a good work, and then I can say, look how good I am. I'm the good child, because I put my dishes in the dishwasher or in the kitchen. I'm the good child. No. That's the temptation. What we must do is trust Jesus and say, no, I did a good deed to make Jesus famous. That's what we can learn from this. So, this week, 2 things to think about. What are some good deeds you guys can do at home? What are some good deeds, ways you can help someone at home? And here's the big thing. Here's the big thing. How can you make Jesus famous from that good deed? So what are some things you can do as a family or individually? What are some good deeds you can do? And how can you make Jesus famous in that good deed? By maybe saying, you know what? Jesus gave me forgiveness and heaven, I can tidy your room. As a way of not showing off how kind I am, but how kind Jesus was to me. You know what? Jesus loved me, so I'm going to love you and I'm going to tidy your room. Jesus loved me, so I'm going to love you and I'm going to do one of your chores today. I'll do the dishes or mow the lawn or whatever it is. Or just, I'll let you watch TV. You can watch TV. I won't take the remote at all today. You have it the whole day. Or however it works. So that's the 2 questions. I want you guys are a bit older, so I'm going to push you a bit. What are some good deeds that you can do? And how can you make Jesus famous from those good deeds? Well, awesome guys, this has been Mike, and this has been Senior Sunday Snack. And if you want to watch some more Sunday snacks, you can click over here. And if you want to watch some Wacky Wednesdays, you can click over here. Thanks so much for joining us, and have a good chat as a family. Bye from me, and bye from all my Lego. I'll see you guys. Bye.